Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the mighty Akim Wagwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as the speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharala. This is Brother Kawakaw coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, it's going to be multiple videos on multiple things. Oh, not this one, Slocky. Not this one, but it's going to be multiple videos on multiple different things because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, and it's very chaotic, it's very hectic. All right, so the first thing here is that there's a news article where some skinheads had attacked a Jake, more specifically a Marine Jake. All right. Next thing is that there's a state of emergency in Indiana, and there's no power. There's flooding and there's no power. And then here you have this ICE agent.
You almost ran us over.
I didn't almost.
You almost ran us over. Stop playing. Stop playing.
You are full of.
With a gun drawn, an ICE agent and a Northern Virginia woman argued through her driver's side window Monday afternoon in a Falls Church parking lot.
I will arrest you.
So over here, you still have these ICE agents that are going batshit insane, drunk with power, and just doing whatever they want. They don't feel like they need to be held accountable for the things that they're doing. They're just going to do whatever they want and stuff like that. And this is a sad reality of what's going on in Babylon, where again, like, this is incredibly crazy. Like, this is very wild. And then you have what happened here was that
25, yet the suspects have not been charged. NBC7's Dave Summers.
Yeah, and a lot of this stuff is like, okay, well, there's the common, what's it called? The common trend is that they're not really being made held accountable for these types of actions, and Esau gets to get away with it, while again, the people are still suffering. All right, so yeah, and yeah, it can be pretty miserable. All right, and again, at the end of the day, as we always say, the Israelites always say, we're still waiting for Yahawadah to deliver us and to make things right. So first, let's start off here. Second Ezra, I said Isaiah. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And it's only going to get to a certain point where, like, there's not going to be any patience. There's not going to be any, we need to all calm down. We need to all just get along and sing kubayas and all that stuff. Like, they don't care. They are just waiting for any type of excuse, and this is proven through this. The
photos are terrifying and brutal.
This primarily stuff like this, where they think, okay, well, let's go just beat up a random so-called black person. Let's go do this and stuff like that. And you have ICE agents who were definitely attacking Jake, which is so-called Hispanics and so-called blacks, but apparently they're going after Edomites as well. And I've been seeing that they've been going after Edomites for the longest time and stuff like that. So, like, we're just going to get to the point where very soon we're just going to be in a freaking lawless society of every man for themselves, killing one another and all that stuff. All right. Now, Galatians chapter 5 verse 26, let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another. All right, so this is the thing here where people, let me correct myself. In the event of just general common courtesy, in terms of how a normal society should be working, there should be no place for, oh, I'm gonna freaking do this, or I'm gonna do that, or whatever, or I'm trying to overthrow this person. Slocky about that. I'm gonna do this or whatever. That shouldn't even be a a consideration, but it is a consideration simply because I have the ability to do so, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and this is the end result of it, where people are trying their best to find ways to abuse their power and abuse one another. All right, this is just commonplace. This is growing to be more and more common practice now. All right, next, Matthew chapter 24 verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And these people, they hate each other. All right, they hate each other, and we see that through their actions, because it's only here in Babylon where you're going to see, well, I mean, maybe not only here, but just in general, through us being at the end times, we're seeing how we're getting to the point where nobody cares, or there's no need for any type of decorum or caution or fear of consequences, because look at this, stuff is happening, and we're drawing closer and closer to a lawless society. All right, and this is as a direct result of Esau being in leadership and destroying things in general. All right, next, Matthew chapter 24 verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So there's going to be calamities in diverse places, and we were just talking about the flood, and now we're talking about the freaking race wars that's going on. All right, soon Jake is going to rise up. Soon Jake is going to start saying, like, nah, bro, I'm tired of Esau, beating on me and doing all this shit. It's time for us to fight back. All right, it's time for Esau to be the one that suffers all this stuff. And I think I heard there was one story I heard, but I forgot the story. I didn't really remember it, but I did hear about something that was going on. Anyway, Deuteronomy 30 verse 7, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemy, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So very soon the Edomites are going to be the one that's going to be persecuted, and we're already starting to see that, because the whole world is turning on Esau. The whole world is seeing, DJT is fucking up the whole peace. He's bringing America into a war that was completely avoidable, and it wasn't even a thing until he decided to start it, even though he promised, I'm not going to make any war, I'm not going to do anything like that, and then he just went back on his word, and everyone's seeing that, these Edomite leaders are destroying us and fucking up peace for us and stuff like that. So as they're living their lives, all the evil that was on the Israelites are now transferring onto the Edomites, onto the wicked, onto the devil. All right, so this is the primary thing where, again, just simply for which, by the way, I will say, obviously she brought this upon herself, but at the same time, it just goes to show how these people are just abusing their power, because it's off of someone's quote unquote freedom of speech, off of someone criticizing them, off of someone just saying something with words. I'm gonna pull out a gun, I'm gonna threaten to kill this bitch, or all this stuff like that. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that is incredibly just like insane. I don't know, like that's but of course it doesn't really matter, because they're allowed to get away with it. That's what Esau had set up. All right, that's what Esau wants, full immunity. All right. So with that, praise us, edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great meal, son of God, Shalom.